Hello everyone! Welcome back to another 2v2 Warhammer battle. This is going to be the Empire and Wood Elves versus the Dwarves and the Empire. I don't really like mirror matches, but I had my Empire army selected, then they jumped in and picked Empire, so I was like, well, I guess we'll just play this Empire versus Empire matchup. It's not usually fun, but there we go. So for my army here, we have 2 swordsmen on the flanks, 3 great swords, we have 3 spearmen located there, and there. 2 rifles, Karl Franz leading with a spell singer of life. It's not spell singer, sorry, Jade Wizard of life. I always feel if you bring Karl, you need some kind of healing with you, so always bring a Jade Wizard, because otherwise Karl's a lot weaker. We also have the Royal Outdoor Griffites, and then the the Sunmaker Hellstorm Rocket Battery renowned unit that I picked specifically because they chose Empire. Then for my ally here, we have multiple amounts of Glade Guard. We have 2 here, and then I think 2 more? No, it's just 1 more. I guess just 1 more. Then we have 2 Way Stalkers. Sorry, these are Way Stalkers. Being led by a female Glade Lord. We have a couple War Dancers back here. Then a front line of Eternal Guards with shields for the most part. Ancient Treemen. And then that is their army. I don't think they brought a Spell Caster. For the Empire army here, we have a front line of 2 Halberdiers and a whole bunch of swordsmen. We have 2 rifles, crossbow, warrior priest on a horse. We have Balthazar Gelt on a flying mount. Demigryph Knights, just the normal ones. And then 2 Empire Knights over here. Do they have a 3rd Knight Vanguard deployed or something? No, I guess that's it. Then we also have, for the Dwarf player, we have 2 Thunderers, Norgrimling's Ironbreakers, Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, King Lun, Belagar Ironhammer, Runesmith. We have 3 Miners here, and then the 1 deployed over there. We also have the Goblobber, Group of Slayers, Cannon, and then 2 Dwarf Warriors. This is going to be the Dwarf build. So for my army here, you can see I'm pulling back. I'm pulling back out of range of the Goblobber and the Cannon. So if they want to fight my Great Swords, they got to, move them up, I guess. So I want to keep them out of range. Meanwhile, my Hellstorm Rocket Battery, Sunmaker, aka Sunmaker, is just going to be blasting some rockets. Just go bloop, 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 all over this swordsman and rifleman line. You can see 1 salvo already went off on the handgunners and just took him down half health. So right now I'm going to be focusing on the 2nd handgunner. This one does not get as accurate of shots. So yeah, that was not a really great salvo. But we are going to need some swordsmen too. And next, I'm going to be switching up targets. I'm just going to try and clump my shots wherever there are most warriors around. So this shot should be at the middle. We're going to nick the handgunners still. And right now, the Empire player is just marching in front of the Dwarf player. I wasn't entirely sure why, but they are shifting their lines to go over here. And so I'm going to match their movements. And we're going to slide our army over here, which is going to lead to me kind of being close to the line. But I'm just trying to match what the Empire is doing. Balthazar Gelt's going to come out here and start casting spells with the Swordsman unit, which I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I have my Swordsman unit out here ahead of my Great Swords because I wanted the artillery to auto-target the closest unit. And that would be the Swordsman in that case, not the Great Swords. But now they are actually targeting specific units. I think they're hitting, yeah, they're trying to hit my Sunmaker here. Right there we get a pretty good shot because the enemy is a little bunched up there. Unfortunately, they keep marching out of range of the Hellstorm, so it has to shift its rocket batteries. We got a couple good shots on Balthazar Gelt here with the rifleman. There goes another salvo. And yeah, like, those shots are not really that great. Balthazar Gelt casting more spells than our swordsman, but we're going to dodge it. And I think the cannon, for the most part, is going to be focusing on my great swords. They did also, they were in range of my Demigryph Knights, so they got a salvo off on them before I pulled them out of range. I was not paying attention to them, to the cannon, so we got close enough to my Griffites to hit them, which is unfortunate. You can see they have almost taken out my Hellstorm Rocket Battery here. I'm just wanting them to fire. I'm going to pull over Karl Franz to try and give them some leadership so they don't rout. Because it's not exactly needed right up here right now. Yeah, you can see the cannon just kind of crushing my greatswords there. My Wood Elf player is just kind of sitting over here. I was hoping they would extend their lines like this so we can get a nice flank on the enemy. But they are not going to do that. Meanwhile, Balthazar Gelt's over here still trying to cast spells on these swordsmen, so I'm just going to blast them with the handgunners. Not entirely sure why the enemy wants to really kill these swordsmen. And they're going to cast another spell on the swordsman. And here we go. My Hellstorm fired off, I think, 1 more shot, and then it's going to rout.
Take the ground! Quick march!
Way Stalkers are getting some shots in. Our about to start yelling. I think he routes off the field. Or dies. One of the two. Since the enemy player is so close to the line right there, he's not going to be able to get his leadership back. So it's at this point, I have no more artillery. The enemy still does have artillery, so I'm going to start marching forward. I'm just going to go bloop, 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 bloop. Karl Franz is going to go immediately for the handgunners. Just bloop, bloop, bloop. Take out the back line. Meanwhile, the enemy's cav force, which is over here, is going to take a long route and just kind of skim this line over here, is what they're going to be doing. There's also some Griffites, or Demi-Griffites. There they are. Yeah, we're just going to plow through here in the front line, just trying to kill some swordsmen. Swordsmen going to go into these halberds, and then the great swords will go bloop, 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 bloop. We're going to bypass this warrior priest, go bloop. You see over see Karl Franz is killing these handgunners. Allies still kind of starting to march up a little bit. But now that we have no more artillery, there's no reason to just sit back there. Like, in fact, I probably could have attacked earlier. But anyway, doesn't matter. We took out the handgunners. They're now routing. The crossbows are routing, and now we're going to get into the second handgunner. Meanwhile, my handgunners are taking shots. I think just randomly. I don't have them actually having a target. Oh, no, they were taking shots at the warrior priest, I think. I think. Well, at least one of them was targeting the warrior priest. But again, the the enemy cav is just going to skirt this line, and I was not paying too much attention to them, so they're actually going to get behind my lines before I start responding. I was too focused on micromanaging Karl Franz at this point, and micromanaging my infantry. Still trying to throw them into these swordsmen. There goes some shots on the warrior priest. Karl Franz still doing some damage here with these swordsmen. And then I saw the Demi-Griff Knights over here, and I was like, shit. So I pulled out my Demi-Griff Knights, but they were getting hit by the cannons again, so now they're down to 13 models, but I have to hold them to try and stop them from getting into the handgunners, which are now going to shift targets over to the Demi-Griff Knights. And the full Demi-Griff Knight is going to do really well against our almost dead Demi-Griff Knight. Going to be throwing in Karl Franz, going to be throwing a spearman. I think I disengaged one of these great swords and another spearman, because this is a lot of cav that's coming my way, and my Demi-Griff Knights can't hold it anymore because his cannon was blasting them, unfortunately. Which was a mistake on my part, because again, I was too busy paying attention to my front line to notice my Demi-Griff Knights getting hit by that cannon. But these Empire Knights going to go right into my handgunners. I'm trying to chase them and pin them in place with the Karl Franz, my spearmen, and again, I'm detaching these great swords. Going to start moving my handgunners around like this and bloop, 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 bloop. Get the fuck out of there. Going to cast a heal as well on Karl Franz and on these handgunners to heal up what they have right now. Meanwhile, over here, my allies fighting the dwarf players, doing some damage to the Thunderers. Eternal Guard are now charging up, but they were getting blasted by the Thunderers and the enemy artillery. And you can see this Treeman also got blasted, getting lit up by those Thunderers, so he is now almost dead. Meanwhile, back here, I'm still dealing with the Empire Knights, who went over to my second handgunner, so I'm trying to withdraw behind my infantry and trying to pin them in place. The other Empire Knight is way out here chasing my swordsmen, and they're going to take a wide route and go bloop, bloop, and I think they're going to head over to the Glade Guard. Meanwhile, my front line, because the cannon was firing on my greatsword, the swordsmen are actually going to win this fight with the help of the greatswords and the warrior priest, which is kind of crazy that the greatswords lost. They were outnumbered, but I was still kind of shocked that they lost that fast. But again, yeah, the two Empire Knights are going to be moving over here. I'm going to try and put some shots into their backs. Meanwhile, over here, I'm going to send Karl Franz into Belegar Ironhammer to try and assist my allies' Blade Lord. Because Belegar is just kind of isolated over here. Now I'm going to pull up my infantry to try and make a second line to protect my handgunners. You can see my greatswords moving, spearmen moving. I'm going to withdraw my Jade Wizard because we're about to have another engagement here. These group of handgunners did come back, which is unfortunate, but I can't really deal with them right now because I didn't bring any other cav, and my only cav that I did bring is not dead. But Karl Franz is going to disengage from Belegar, and he's going to have to make the trip over there to try and take them out. And then I think I go over to these handgunners as well, but I'm getting shot by the enemy Thunderers now, who took out that ancient Treeman, or mostly took out the Treeman, who's now engaged against the Runesmith. These guys, I believe they do come back. And then right now, my handgunner crew is trying to focus down Belegar Ironhammer and this group of enemy dwarves, as the Empire Knights are descending upon the Glade Guard and doing a lot of damage there, and the Glade Lord is trying to save them. You can see these ones were netted, and the Eternal Guard are going to go right into them and try and finish off those Empire Knights. Meanwhile, I'll be rerouted and shattered this time, these handgunners, and I think I actually come back to take, I come back to take out the Warrior Priest, who's trying to stop my handgunners, so we're going to go right over here. As my great swords, my spearmen, and my Jade Witch are not going to hold off all these swordsmen and miners and dwarf warriors that are there. Great swords coming back into action. This Blade Lord is going to get focused down by some enemy ranged units. I finally put my crew back on the Hailstorm Rocket Battery, having it fire at these Thunderers because they were grouped up. They're going to fire, I think, one more salvo, and then they're going to be out. Meanwhile, you can still see my handgunners trying to focus down Belagar Ironhammer, but they're not going to be able to kill him quite yet. And my allies Blade Lord, I did cast a heal spell on them with our Jade Wizard, but it's they're taking a lot of damage from the crossbows and these handgunners over here. I did finish off the Warrior Priest over here, and then I ran Karl Franz into this group of enemy infantry to try and shatter them, and we did. We managed to break them, their morale with his Fear and Terror. So now we're going to start chasing them here a little bit. And then this is when Karl Franz is going to go to Handgunner, Crossbowman, Handgunner, and just try and take out the rest of their back forces. Meanwhile, we're also going to try and focus on this cannon as well. I just don't really have many tools to go out there after it right now. One threat at a time, so there we go. We routed off the handgunners, and I think this is when we're going to bypass the Empire Knights and go straight for this cannon to stop it from firing. You see my allies Blade Lord is going to get focused down by Belagar Ironhammer and all of those ranged units. Their Eternal Guards are kind of starting to falter under the weight of the Dwarf Warriors. And the War Dancers don't have too much of an advantage in a fight against Dwarf Farmer. Over here, Handgunner's still trying to focus down the enemy units. We're trying on the Thunderers right now, the Belagar. Meanwhile, we're still fighting these Dwarf Warriors over here. The Jade Wizard, I can see the Empire Knights coming in, so I'm detaching my Spearmen to run interference, putting some more shots into them, and they are going to reroute. Meanwhile, Carl's over here routing off the cannon, but getting shot at by handgunners here and here. These handgunners and these handgunners are going to turn around on him as well, so I need to find so many targets to stop. And I only have one mobile unit to do it. Now we're going to go into these handgunners, and there we go. We're going to shatter them, and then we're going to move over maybe to the crossbows or into these thunderers. I can't remember. But you can see he's taking a lot of hit point damage, so I'm going to cast a heal spell on him from the Jade Wizard. My allies' infantry is routing for the most part. They still do have some more dancers and the Internal Guard up here, but their Lord is dead. Their Waste Stalkers are still alive, though, so they're firing. I'm not even sure who they're firing into. The Thunderers? The Iron Breakers? Oh, man, they're firing into the Iron Breakers. So, the Waste Stalkers are not really armor piercing. They have a lot of high damage, but the problem is you can see most of their missile damage is just normal, not I mean, I guess there is still kind of a high armor piercing damage. But firing into the Norgling's Iron Breakers, these guys also have shields, so I'm pretty sure their shields still have a chance of blocking even heroes' arrows, or maybe they don't. I don't know. Let me know, because I honestly don't know 100% if shields can block heroic arrows. I'm assuming they can. I don't know. Anyway, right now Karl Franz is trying to deal with the leadership left of the Dwarves, Belagar Ironhammer, and the Runesmith as we routed off the Thunderers, but I'm taking too much damage here, so I just need to run, because these crossbows are still there. There's Thunderers that I'm trying to take out that are still there, and I'm like, I just need to go. We need to go. We need to heal. I can't lose Karl Franz, because then that would do a shock among all of the rest of our infantry, which we don't really have much left of. These Spearmen over here fighting some Halberdiers are actually going to be routed off the field soon. So yeah, the Jade Wizard was like, bloop, 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 and Karl Franz was like, yeah, alright, bro. And then he was like, oh, yeah, I'm getting out of there. So he got out of there, we're out of range of the Thunderers, trying to shut them down with our handgunners. Waste Stalkers, I think, are firing over here as well. Belagar Ironhammer is almost dead. We finally break these swordsmen again, so we're going to press on with our two great swords and our Jade Wizard. These great swords are going to go up here towards the crossbows. These great swords are going to go, I think, over here. I'm going to ignore the Northcoming Iron Breakers because I don't want to fight them. I'm just going to have my riflemen deal with them here soon. They're going to be shifting over here like bloop, and then we're going to go bloop, 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 all bullets all the time on these Northcoming Iron Breakers as these guys continue to focus down the Thunderers, but they're shielded, so it's like, but they're a high target, so I need to take them out. So I'm like, well, okay, gunners, some of your bullets aren't going to make it through because you're shielded, but F it, just go. So we're going to great swords into some crossbowmen. Again, I think these are going to be pulled back over to the Thunderers soon. Following my Jade Wizard, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. And then Karl Franz, now that the Thunderers are now preoccupied, is going to come back here. You can see my allies army is now routing again because of Belagar Ironhammer and the Runesmith, backed up by what remains of these Slayers and the crew of the Goblobber. So my allies' infantry is routing right now, and I'm like, oh shit. But they still do have their Waste Stalkers, but they're almost out of ammo, which is not good. Now we are firing both Thunderers into, or I'm sorry, both Handgunners into the back of these Northcoming Iron Breakers because they are preoccupied with the Jade Wizard. I'm going to let him sit here and tank this because I need to keep these Thunderers busy as we focus on the remaining leadership of the Dwarves. So we're going to do a charge here on Belagar Ironhammer, and there we go. We get a lucky hit there. We kill him. Now I'm going to focus on the Runesmith because we need to break what's left of their leadership as fast as possible. Meanwhile, these cannons are going to jump back onto their the cannon crew is going to jump back on the cannons here soon. My Jade Wizard is going to route, but that's okay. He's going to come back. We do a lot of good damage on the Northcoming Iron Breakers with what remains of our bullets. So they are going to start routing. My Great Swords are going to come over here, and they're going to intercept these Thunderers because they're not shattered yet, so we need to stop them. Karl Franz hanging on with only 445 hit points, and we're going to go after the Runesmith over here now that we killed Belagar Ironhammer. And what sucks? sucks so much. Flying lords against lords that are just on the ground without a mount is so hard to kill, because you're gonna see, I'm not gonna like focus on it, but Karl Franz is gonna charge over and over and over again. That's not me giving him attack orders, just because when a unit is routing and not holding place and they're not mounted, flying lords have the like hardest time killing them, because they will always like overshoot them as they fly down to try and kill them. They can't actually get a hit. It's like routing lords that aren't mounted have 100% deflection rate against flying lords. It's insane. It's always been that way, and it's super fucking annoying that they are harder to kill when they're routing than when they are actually standing and fighting. But you're going to see Karl Franz is going to chase this motherfucker forever, and it pisses me off. It always has. It always has. How flying lords cannot kill a routing lord that is just walking around. It's just like, look, you're going to see him. He's like, I don't know what to do. He's just like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, kill the motherfucker. And he's going to be like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. Just do your thing. I'm going to be over here trying to fight this battle. Waystalker's now out of ammo, so they're going into melee against these miners. I'm now saving my ammunition for ideal targets, which is going to be these dwarf warriors, because they're very heavily armored, and I don't have much armor piercing left. So I am going to have this rifleman unit shoot in the back of the dwarf warriors here soon. Meanwhile, what remains of my allied infantry is now into two different pockets, one supporting, actually these are just archers now, never mind. But they're going to pile in on the slayers and the goblobber, trying to finish them off. Meanwhile, Karl Franz is still trying to kill a routing fucking runesmith. We rerouted this cannon crew because they did jump back on the cannons and got a salvo off, and we couldn't have that happening. And now my handgunners, I think they're about to shoot here into the back of these dwarf warriors. These ones are now out of ammo, so I'm going to try and run them into these swordsmen over here, and then we're going to run the Jade Wizard, I think, also over there as well. Waystalkers are trying to do what they can against the halberds, along with the Glade Guard. Luckily, they do still have some decent weapon strength and okay melee stats, so they're going to do pretty okay against these halberdiers. And you can see, there's like only one good charge needed against that runesmith, and he just can't do it! Look, he just can't do it! He still can't fucking do it! He finally did it! But they're already shattered. Like, the enemy army finally shattered, and Karl Franz finally killed him. The chase started, like, right here. The runesmith was walking and managed to walk as Karl Franz was harassing him that entire, and it's just so annoying. But besides that, like, it was a good game. That was a very close game. One of the closest ones I've had in quite a while. So good game to all involved, to Big Navy, Adrianus K, and Bomber the Dwarf. You can see a ton of kills here on some of these great swords. The Sunmaker, 122 kills. It does really well against low armor, and there's a lot of low armor in that Empire army. Riflemen or handgunners got some decent kills there. Karl Franz, 130 kills is really good. Let's see, for Big Navy, we have a decent amount of kills for the Waystalkers. War Dancers, one of them did pretty good. Treeman got sniped. The Glade Guard, I think, got routed by the Empire Knights for the most part, and the Eternal Guard aren't really designed to kill a ton of units, but they still did manage to kill some dwarves over there. For Adrianus K, I'm not entirely sure why Gelt spent so many wins of magic on a swordsman unit, but it got him some kills before he routed off. Warrior Priest, 32 kills is really good. The swordsman did really well against my greatswords, which that was upsetting. I'm just gonna let that out there. It's upsetting that they did so well against my greatswords, but they did. The halberdiers also did really good. Luckily enough, we managed to snipe most of the handgunners before they could do too much, but they still did do a lot of damage to the leadership. They got the Glade Lord, and they got Karl Franz down pretty low. So yeah, they did some work. Empire Knights, that was a good flanking maneuver. They almost crushed my handgunners, but then they still did crush the Glade Guard, I think, for the most part. So that was a good flanking maneuver. Bomber the Dwarf, the leadership did really well. Dwarf Warrior, minor 60 kills is really good. Slayers are really good. These guys are really good. Their artillery did really well, targeting important units. And then the Ironbreakers held and killed a lot of people too. And then I think the Thunderers also helped in killing the Treemen and Lords as well. They may have low kills, but I think they did a lot of damage too. So yeah, good game to all involved. That was close. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's watch a cinematic view of this fight. Oh, you know what? Here. We need alliance coloring for this since there's an Empire matchup, or mirror match. So they're going to be red, we are going to be yellow.
For the Warhammer! Now we strike! Forward, man! Shoot them!
Yeah, not sure about this one. Like, most of the other decisions this Empire player made were pretty good. Like, the flanking action, they killed a lot of my dudes. But the Balthasar Geld sacrifice, I don't understand that one.
Moving fast formation for the twin-tailed comet. We obey. Take the ground. Formation. March. Go. Enemy Sigmar guides us. Moving now. Enraged. Right, go, Mirage. Go. Move out. At speed. At speed. Get them. Understood. Sir. Attack. To arms, man. For the twin-tailed comet. At speed. Go.
But yeah, don't let your units get caught by a single hero. I gave attack orders, and then you're going to see me give an attack order again. Just ignore these guys. They're here to pin you in place. We should be... There we go. There we go. Now we're charging.
Moving now. In the sky. Moving now.
Now, these greatswords would kill that warrior priest, that's for sure. But I wanted them killing these swordsmen at the same time, too.
Quicker. Yes, my lord. Understood. Sigmar, Prince. Take the ground. Sigmar guides us. Go. Comes with me. Go. Take the ground. To battle. To battle. Moving now. For the twin-tailed. To battle. Formation, march. To battle. At speed. Quick march.
I think that cat... Yeah, here we go. Oh, damn, I already missed the fight. Yeah, my Demigryph Knights just melted, man.
No lingering. Take position. Take the ground. Take a position. To battle. Set it full at speed. Sigmar, quick march. No lingering. March.
I mean, at the very least, they also destroyed the enemy's Demigryph Knights, but still, that was a big loss.
Yes, sir. Quickly obey. Yes, sir. Quick march. Enemy wizard spotted. Go. Take position. At speed. No lingering. March. With the Golden Hammer. Shoot them.
And then, like, the hero crew just came over here by themselves, just killing everybody.
Moving now. Take the ground. Take the ground. Formation. March. No lingering.
It's risky taking ethereal units against a Wood Elf army. So many Wood Elf units deal magic damage.
March. March.
Really risky.
Moving now.
Gonna get a heal spell, I believe. Yeah, there we go.
Position.
Trying to heal them up.
Position. Get them.
And then there goes those Empire Knights. Oh, those poor Gladegar. this warrior priest. You went to the wrong neighborhood, friend. Bloop. And then... bloop. Killed him with the wings. Oh, shit.
Let's go! Take position! Let's go! Very well! See to it! No lingering!
And it was time to break up these swordsmen. We've had enough. Fear and terror.
Moving up! Quick march! Battle and blood awaits! The red fire! Like cold morass! Quick tail coming! Attack! Sigma! No lingering! Move quickly!
And then this poor Glade Lord.
Prepare for combat! No lingering!
Farewell, Glade Lord.
Run!
It's a long fight.
Quick march! Yes, sir! Moving now! To battle!
Yeah, then we just get focused to hell, man.
At speed! To arms, men!
That's what I get for not bringing in more mobile units.
Like gold morass! March! For Heldenhammer! Moving now! Now! Quick march! Faster! Detachments move! To battle! Go! Yes, General! All ranks fire! No lingering! Quick march! Take the ground! To battle! Yes! The winds are changing! Take position! Moving now! Formation, march! The enemy uses magic! At speed! Leave now! Withdraw! Gairen, run! No lingering! At speed! Feet! At speed! For the Warhammer! Faster! Shoot them! No lingering! Now! At speed! We serve the Emperor! Sigma guides us! At speed!
Beautiful rifleman. Whenever I see them like this, it always makes me kind of want to go back to Follow the Samurai, the Shogun 2 DLC, because that's all about, you know, line infantry and all that, gun combat.
Take the ground! Go! This is my command! My rule is absolute! Forward! Attack!
So here goes my Hellstorm rocket battery crew. Brave warriors to the last. All of them. Alright, where's Carl? There you go. Oh, I just killed Belagar. Shit, I missed that. Whoops.
March!
Well,
For Heldenhammer! Sigma Preserver! Do not shame your ancestors!
yeah, that's right. Get murdered.
Sigma, preserve us! Faster!
pretty rare. Wave Stalkers in melee. Oh, so they have the War Dancers animations. I never use these guys. I love all the Legolas moves that these fucking Wood Elves pull off in melee. They're all just rolling everywhere. You say Kyran blows? What?
We serve the Emperor! No lingering!
Whew. Long, bloody battle. Not many units left at the end of this one. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.